All right, boys, it is the 15th of February. Sunday is your message for the day. It is a rainy day in Richmond, Virginia. Highs around 50. Happy birthday, happy 71st birthday to Christopher McDonald, actor of The Black Room, 1982, a very unknown horror film from the early 80s. Also of Five Aces, 1999, and of course of Happy Gilmore, 1996, and Happy Gilmore 2, 2025 as Shooter McGavin, probably his best known role. And then we also have Jaromir Jagr of the former Penguins great Steel. The great Jaromir Jagr is 54 years old today. Happy birthday, too. We have a couple of NFL players with Super Bowl experience today. First one is the great Cincinnati Bengals quarterback, Ken Anderson, one of the great QBs of the late 70s and the AFC, early 80s, is 77 today. Led the Cincinnati Bengals to their first Super Bowl appearance in Super Bowl 16. And then, if you remember the famed 1983 NFL draft, for three Hall of Fame quarterbacks in that first round, at the very end of that first round, the 27th pick was Dan Marino to the Miami Dolphins, and then the final pick in that first round, number 28. The 28th pick was number 28 out of Texas A&I cornerback Darrell Green to the Washington Redskins, where he would play for 20 seasons. Imagine that, playing 20 years as a cornerback in the National Football League at his small size. Incredible. One of, I think, three players to do that, play for the same team. Tom Brady played 20 for the Patriots. The great left tackle for the Rams, Jackie Slater, played 20. And I think Bruce Matthews was close. I think he played 19 with the Oilers Titans organization. What a great player Darrell Green was on three Super Bowls, Super Bowl 18, 22, and 26, won two of those, and a number of signature career plays in his time there. One was running down Tony Dorsett all the way to the goal line for the tackle, and then again running down Eric Dickerson all the way to the goal line. Only player who could do that to either of those running backs. And then the January 1988 playoffs, the punt return touchdown, the key touchdown against the Bears at Soldier Field in the upset win late in the freezing cold, during which he pulled a rib muscle but still scored a touchdown on that punt return to send them to the NFC Championship game at RFK Stadium, where, against the Minnesota Vikings, he had the game-winning swat of a Wade Wilson pass on 4th and goal at the goal line to send the Redskins to Super Bowl 22. What an incredible career. NFL's fastest man for so many years, a member of Canton, Ohio Hall of Fame. Happy birthday, happy 66th to the great Darrell Green. And also I have to mention Mark Price has turned 62, one of the great free throw shooters in NBA history, and also a very good three-point shooter. Mark Price. Who else did he play for? Cleveland Cavalier, great. And Georgia Tech, played for Georgia Tech. Rest in peace to an MLB great. Roy Face has passed away at the age of 97. The Baron of the Bullpen is gone. A true pioneer of relief pitching in Major League Baseball. Goes back to the 50s. He went 18-1 in 1959 as a relief pitcher. That will never be done again. Six-time All-Star, a key member of the 1960 World Champion Pittsburgh Pirates. Also played mostly a Pirate. Played a little bit with the Tigers and the Expos even. And I think their first year in existence. Roy Face, not in the Hall of Fame, but an outstanding pitcher. Rest in peace, Roy Face, 97 years old. Last night's feature presentation, this one picked by John, winning the One for All the Marbles. Almost said Ocean One for All the Marbles. The One for All the Marbles, and this one was Massacre at Central High, 1976. Daryl Morey is the main character. He does an excellent. This guy's a very convincing adolescent turned madman. And he was in. He had a recurring role in Happy Days after the Jump the Shark period. And then Andrew Stevens is in this. Robert Carradine is also in this. And then Kimberly Beck, who we just saw in Friday the 13th, the final chapter, 1984. Interesting to see her 8 years earlier. I never thought much of Kimberly Beck as far as her looks. All the times I saw Friday the 13th, the final chapter. But you get to see all of her in Massacre at Central High. Trust me. And there's a lot there to see, boys. So I recommend checking that out on Tubi TV. Wow. Yeah, she's out there. You get to see every bit of her. And boy, she looks good. Kimberly Beck. Good to see her in another. Finally, to see her in a different film. And also, I have to mention, Steve Bond is in this, of The Prey, 1984. This is a good film. I liked seeing this. This is not... They're saying it's misrepresented as a slasher film. It's not, but it's definitely a horror film. It's definitely horror, and it's very... apparently it's a cult film. And yeah, there's a lot of, like, inventive deaths in this film, but... It's supposed to be this, like, social statement kind of film about bullies and that kind of stuff and, like, people who are being bullied, but it is that, but it's definitely a horror film. Good film. It's very interesting. I hadn't seen anything like this before. Last night's feature presentation for Omen season. We're 3 weeks away. Massacre at Central High, 1976. Good pick by John. Current water temperature at the beach area, 35.2, another record low. Setting record lows for over a week straight. The record high was 46.9, set in 2020. And we have Daytona 500 today. Hopefully it'll be rained out. And no afternoon trivia tomorrow. All right. So I'll see you for trivia this evening. No NFL football tonight. Well, I guess we'll resume NFL football in August. See you guys later.